In the first quarter of this year, Volkswagen's margins were very low, very, very low. It's getting a little bit concerned it can't make a profit on EVs, but it's saying now that no, things will change in 2025. We will make the same profit on EVs that we make today on many of our internal combustion engine vehicles. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. Volkswagen Group Chief Financial Officer Arno Antlitz said only a few days ago that rising battery material costs, even though they've come down this year, a bit confusing there, mean it will be 2025 before Volkswagen makes the same profit margins on electric vehicles as it does on combustion engine vehicles. Now, this actually would be an amazing result if it were true. I don't know if it is true, but if this were to be achieved by Volkswagen, this would be an incredible result because most of their competition, such as Stellantis, BMW, etc., are saying that it's going to take many more years than that for price parity to arrive. Companies such as Volvo, though, well, they agree. They claim that this for them will happen next year. A lot of the margin parity depends on raw materials, Antlitz told the Reuters Automotive Europe conference. When Volkswagen launched its new electrification strategy in July 2021, before they fired the CEO Herbert Diess, who was really pushing EVs more so at the company than anyone else, it said it expected to reach margin parity between combustion engine and electric vehicles within the next 2 to 3 years. However, now Antlitz says that rising materials costs mean the profitability goal depends on Volkswagen making its own batteries. Bit of a confusing statement here from the Volkswagen Group. I'm not really sure you can really align these two statements because on the one hand, Volkswagen is saying, okay, we're going to make the same profit on EVs as we do on internal combustion engine vehicles in 2025. On the other hand, basically a matter of 30 seconds later, they say they can't make the same profit on EVs unless they make batteries themselves. Now, will they make batteries themselves? Yes, they will, but will it be ready to go in 2025? No, of course not. I mean, probably a small fraction of their EVs will have their own in-house made batteries in 2025. So this statement to me is exceptionally misleading, maybe not intentionally dishonest, but it is a little bit dishonest. We have not given up the topic of margin parity. Antlitz said, in 2025 and beyond, we plan for margin parity, particularly with models that use Volkswagen's own batteries. So when he says particularly with Volkswagen's vehicles that use our own batteries, does he mean only or particularly? Strange. Volkswagen is planning for significant positive margin on a new EV model, the ID2, that will go into production in Spain in 2025 at a starting price of 25,000 euros. So basically Volkswagen is saying we can make a pretty big profit on a 25,000 euro electric car in 2025 made in Spain using our in-house batteries. What do you think on that comment? Do you think that's realistic? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. The CFO said that Eastern Europe was still likely to be the location of its next battery plant, and then it was in talks with specific locations or specific governments and ministers. The automaker has been expected to make a decision on a site for an Eastern European plant since December of last year. But its technology officer said in March it was waiting to hear more from the European Union about what incentives would be available in the region before making a final decision. Volkswagen is still weighing options for converting its factory in Wolfsburg, Germany, to build a new generation of EVs called Trinity, or building a new factory for the models. But it has delayed the Trinity project. So the Trinity project is Volkswagen's way of making a new EV platform, which will be more efficient, lighter, costs less to manufacture. But Volkswagen, when they fired their CEO, said they're going to delay that project indefinitely. So we don't know when that's going to happen. Antlitz said the delay in the launch of the Trinity vehicles gives Volkswagen the opportunity to retrofit the existing Wolfsburg operations, potentially at a lower cost than building a new 2 billion euro factory. So you can see, if they're saying they can potentially do it at a lower cost, potentially retrofit a single factory, potentially for less than 2 billion euros, you can see just how much it costs to retrofit a factory. At least 1.5 billion euros. That's a lot of money. But the thing is, it could be more than that, because when Volkswagen were asked specifically, what is the investment figure? They said that figure is not up to date because of inflation. What is it inflated to now? I don't know. Volkswagen is already planning to build its new generation of the Electric ID3 in Wolfsburg starting this year, as well as a new electric SUV on the existing MEB platform. But obviously, the MEB platform, it's not really made for small electric cars. It's quite heavy. That's why when you look at the weight of an ID3, it's actually not far off the weight of a Tesla Model Y, which is much bigger car, because MEB was really made as a sort of a platform for a range of all different vehicles. It's not specific to one type of model. The proposal to build an all-new factory for the future Trinity line of EVs was made by former CEO Herbert Diess. His successor, though, Oliver Bloom, put that plan under review. It was kind of like one of the first things he did. The future of the Wolfsburg complex is of special importance to Volkswagen's unions in particular, who were instrumental in the firing of Herbert Diess, because it is the headquarters and historic center of the automaker's operations. Volkswagen said they plan to convert existing operations plant by plant to build EVs. We will not add additional capacity. After they made that statement, they actually said they're going to spend nearly $200 billion onto EVs and EV development, EV production between now and 2030. Volkswagen already have $187 billion of debt. So that would put their debt at well over $300 billion by the end of the decade, making them the most indebted company in the history of mankind. Shareholders can expect an update on the automaker's financial targets and capital allocation plans at its upcoming Capital Markets Day on June 21, the CFO added. Now, it's worth pointing out that right now, Volkswagen and every other foreign company sales in China have fallen drastically so far this year. How will that affect Volkswagen's plans and financial situation over the next 12 to 18 months? Well, no one can say for sure, but I can tell you now, it will definitely affect them, because 50% of Volkswagen's profits historically have come from China. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.